Thanks again for tuning in with your boy Took on It Is What It Is, 99 The Block. The power of black love.
An urgency for change just to protect the family name.
The power of black love.
Love is the key. Come on, my beautiful black peeps. The power of black love is the power of black men. Come on, black queen, let's unite and walk together again. The loss of black love, I can see no greater sin. So much strength locked up in the pen, but then again, strength is ability to conquer the devil within. Victory to my people that live for today, but understand what was then. But I cringe at my people walking, but the preacher rolling bins. And the way I hustle supposed to be some great sin, but I keep my head high though, still fight the fight though. A soldier ready to go to war, yeah, I got your back, bro. That I die, better have my money, boy, and you better not try that fly. I do this shit, but you wanna try? Yeah, I'm the truth, and you a damn lie. Yeah, my hustle off the chain, yeah, something serious. If you come up short, you gon' bleed just like my girl when she on a period. I'm on every penny, this shit ain't free. The mind of a boss in HD, hood definition is the true meaning. I hustle so hard, I got so much money that need cleaning. I'm trying to get it, you can have the bottle, I need the genie. $1 million ventures, cause a nigga stay scheming. Now they all flock when I roll up. A true boss nigga, always promoting stuff. That's how it is, yeah, this my life. So fuck it, dog, I'ma fucking hustle till the day I die.
Till I die, 24 and candy when I ride. I'm off that granddaddy kush when I'm high. Still ready to ride. I'ma hustle till I die. I'ma hustle till I die. 24 and candy when I ride. I'm off that granddaddy kush when I'm high. Still ready to ride. I'ma hustle till I die.
Yeah, hustle, get it, flip it, a nigga like me stay with it. 100 bricks and 100 chickens, you can't believe the numbers I'm pitching. A nigga big boss whipping, a nigga dumpers pimping. I'm about to hit a lid, cause these niggas around here straight be slipping. I'm about to break it down, I'm about to sack it up. Hustle hard all night, a nigga straight racking up. Stay Gucci head to toe, when a nigga stay cushed up. Exotic, women for pleasure, pimping game, stay up. I'm doing it, man, I'm a boss, chillin' like the fucking mayor. If you want that work, don't sweat, cause a nigga keep it by the layer. I'm a pretty big player, been hustling all my fucking life. So many loved ones stayed away, cause I'm so deep in that life. But it's alright, a nigga straight understand. Things get better from the stacking up each grand. I'm a one-man show, Star City hustler till the day I die. So you know what that means, I'm a fucking hustle till the fucking day I die.
I'ma hustle till I die. 24 and candy when I ride. I'm off that granddaddy kush when I'm high. Still ready to ride. I'ma hustle till I die. I'ma hustle till I die. 24 and candy when I ride. I'm off that granddaddy kush when I'm high. Stay ready to ride. I'ma hustle till I die.
Are you exclusive? Got a big event? Need hair? Well, contact Exclusively Pure Hair for 100% authentic, unprocessed virgin hair for the exclusive lady. 972-510-4403 or check out the website at www.exclusivelypurehair.com for the exclusive woman.
The opportunity and wonder if I ever had a chance with you. Romance and dance with you. Posing a professional picture, take a stand with you. Activate your lady glance, be the kind of man that.
What it do, people? Welcome back to another hot week with your boy Took on It Is What It Is. Hey, I got special guests in the house. Khalida.
Hey.
Hey, Khalida's here to give the woman's perspective.
Indeed.
Hey, I got kind of a new setup, so definitely, you guys that be chiming in, giving me feedback on everything. Let me know if you hear us clear. Looks a little dark. Y'all need to sit back. I know my hat like that a little bit. I want to show y'all them Dodgers. But before I get to starting and bragging and all that stuff, you know how I do. I want to say shouts out to Exclusively Pure Hair for sponsoring the show, the studio, basically everything. If you want to check out the products, you know what to do. Go to www.exclusivelypurehair.com or you can reach us at 972-510-4403. Or you can check us out on social media on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Exclusively Pure Hair. Once again, that's Exclusively Pure Hair. So, for all you exclusive ladies, I know I've been saying this. If you, I hear a little echo. Do you? You don't hear echo? Oh, it's just me. Oh, that's my drink kicking in already. Dang, early. But hey, if for you exclusive ladies, we got the vitamin E oil. We got hair, your top-notch hair. I guarantee you're not going to find any hair better than this. Everyone says unprocessed, but I can guarantee you I have unprocessed hair. But you are going to pay for it. You pay for what you get. So check us out. Go to the website. We got breakdowns on all the products. That's www.exclusivelypurehair.com. Once again, that's www.exclusivelypurehair.com. Now let's get it on, people. What's up? Say what's up to the people, Khalid.
Hey, guys.
I'm
totally nervous. Let me just say that out loud again. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's having a good night. Everybody had a good day. It's rainy. Cold.
Well, let me just give a quick breakdown. Khalida decided to join me on the show. She's actually about to bring you guys a hot show of her own. We kind of worked together a little bit on some music, and actually you could check out in my I Am the Man video. Just one homegirl sitting in, man. I wanted to, let her come in, give me the woman's perspective on a couple of my topics.
Yes. And
also give her some time to get acclimated to this field, this energy, she's a woman that was asleep that's now woke and trying to stay woke and actually learning and enjoying the energy that she's receiving being woke. Am I overstating?
No.
Okay.
Most definitely. You're over and understating. I mean, it's great.
It's great already.
The spirit is awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. So I always talk about how energy is transferring. And because one of my things I always talk about too, this is one of the subjects I want to talk about. As far as y'all know, this is the first hour rant. So I got a couple topics I'm gonna come with. But second hour really is understanding your own mental. That's the second hour. Second hour, I'm going to bring and break down my understanding, my interpretation of understanding your own mental.
But this first hour, you already know I'm going on rants and all of that. So I always talked about how energy is transferring.
Very, very much so.
This is why I say if you really, really care about somebody, why do you vent to them if they can't actually do something that contributes to the resolution of the problem? And I mean, you following me?
I do follow.
So if you care about somebody and they say, hey, they smile, you see this energy, hey, and you're like, well, I need to talk to you about such and such.
Angry face comes out.
Why? It doesn't help you because, let's be honest, to our true friends and family, we vent about the same stuff
Repetitively.
over and over again.
Killing me.
So do you see venting as helping?
Sometimes.
In what fashion?
In the fashion that if you come to someone and it's something that is near and dear to your heart, it's something that you feel like, because some things you have to talk about with somebody to get some solid advice, get some solid understanding to help your mind, brain work through some things.
Okay. I just want to intervene on what you just said, so you can kind of expand on that.
Okay.
So you say so they can give valid advice.
Indeed.
If they give valid advice, why does that same vent come up again?
And that is where it becomes a problem. See, if you come to someone and you're venting about something, they give you solid advice. The point is you're coming to listen. If you're not listening, then of course you're going to come back. So now you've created a problem because you didn't listen the first time.
How many
and you want me to
people
repeat myself?
How many people do you know listen when they're excited or angry or so? That's I'm just trying to really break down and really get
learning yourself. That comes with learning yourself, learning what it is you should and should not vent about. Everything does not need to be discussed with everybody. Some things you need to experience by yourself and grow through.
What are some things that need to be vented?
I mean, it just honestly, it depends on each person in each situation because everybody builds differently. You can't really say what one person is going to need to vent about.
So can I get my answer on my question?
What's the question?
What is good to vent about?
Honestly, anything.
No, I want to give my answer.
I would say anything. What is your answer?
Anything is not good for venting because once again, to me, there's a difference in venting and really coming to somebody for advice.
Indeed, I agree.
Because with asking for advice, you're gonna ask a question.
Correct.
And listen.
Sometimes.
Well, that's venting. Because because a true question requires a response.
Indeed.
And in order to receive that response, you have to receive it. So, if you're looking for advice, you're going to ask what's best or what should I do or however you want to phrase it. But you have to listen to that response. And you're naturally, if you're coming for, and I'm just talking about human nature, naturally, if you're coming for advice, you're going to listen because you want to hear what you have to say.
Sometimes.
All the time.
No. Because you have people that often come to you for advice, hoping you tell them what they want to hear.
That's not asking for advice, though.
In their mind, it is.
That's asking for you to tell me what I want to hear.
But
let's call it what it is, though.
On the confront, they don't know that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I mean, on the confront, you don't know that.
We can't give excuses for it. Look, one of my main things is accountability.
Indeed.
If you're going to be grown, you have to be accountable.
You must.
So we can't give excuses for that. You know deep down inside that if you're asking for advice, you're going to listen to the response.
I would.
Whether you accept it or not, you're going to listen to the response. Now, those that don't listen, we cannot say they're asking for advice. We cannot say that.
So what would you call it?
Venting.
But you're giving your advice.
Because when they don't listen to because when they don't listen to the advice, they're cutting you off. They're saying, well, this, that. Come on, we've all been there. Mm-hmm. We've all been there.
Agree.
So the ones that really take the advice, they listen. Mm-hmm. And we know the ones that really want to vent, they ask a question. And as soon as you start with the advice, they cut you off, and that's where the venting go. We all know it happens like that. I've never seen anyone that actually like old school. I said this the other week. It's kind of funny to me because of how he delivered it. You got to see it. But old school on the Corey Holcomb show, Bobby Glenn, he was like, he cut this woman off when she was cutting him off, and then somebody else in the room was like, well, Bobby, she can talk. Well, no, not after the period.
Right.
It's my turn.
Right.
You know, I respected her. She respects me. That's asking advice. That's truly communicating. But when you just ran on and you're really not considered, because venting to me is knowing you're in the wrong. 99.5% of the time. Because when you have a problem and you come to somebody, even when you're hype,
yeah,
you're listening to what they say and you respond to them after the period. Mm-hmm. You can be at your hypest moment, mm-hmm. but if you're truly not in the wrong, you're really wanting to see if how you're feeling is valid.
Correct. I agree.
But when you're venting, so-called asking for advice, you don't wait for a period.
No.
You're just wanting to hear what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And everybody that's wrong to you, you want the person that's listening to you to say that they're wrong.
Indeed.
Do you? I'm not saying that you agree with me, but am I?
I totally under and understand. Like I completely hear what you're saying, because it's valid on so many different levels. But there's always a but. Okay. Because I am woman. Mm-hmm. You know, mm-hmm. we are nowadays more emotionally in tune because we are not conscious of our true power, our true inner selves, and who we are. So we tend to feed on things and hold on to things more than others. Men don't really have these problems. So when you're speaking about venting, you're really talking about from a woman's perspective, because women are genuinely the ones who are going to their homegirls like, girl, you ain't gonna believe what happened to me at work today. I wanted to beat this woman down, and they want to run down all the facts of what the other person did wrong, because we're emotionally in tuned in that moment and we're upset. Now, not to say, hold on, wait for the period.
I am. You see, I'm holding myself. I'm holding myself because I'm
not to say that some women, after they've had that moment, they calm down and then they do recognize and realize, okay, you know what? After I just broke that down to you, I was wrong. You know what? I could have done this differently.
When have a woman done that, though?
With our women, we do that. There are women out there who do that.
But the world is not full of just women.
Well, women,
so,
we men.
You can't, and And I'm
good to
asking you a
hear.
question. And I'm asking you a question right now. With what you just said, if you can't do that with men outside of your home, and the man that makes you fall asleep sweating, not even being able to wipe yourself off, are you really being real with your homegirls? Because you're not realizing what you did with your homegirl. You're just saying a little bit for what you may have expressed to her that you think, well, did I hurt her feelings or something? That's how I get it, because if you're really being honest about a situation, it don't matter who it is. And once again, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
And I will.
From the statement that you said, you didn't come to that realization from what was said. You came to that realization after a while from what you said and what you kept throwing out, and was like, well, maybe I was wrong for that. Because you understood how you just kept, and how people kept trying to say, because you didn't hear what they was fully saying. You just heard them trying to rebut it. And that made you actually analyze the situation that was going on and your energy that you threw out on that situation, not putting in your fault, just what was in your head.
Indeed.
I want to be right.
Indeed.
That's not for asking for advice.
No,
That's
I
not
mean,
getting anything from advice. That's venting.
indeed.
And even though you came to that realization, however long it took you to come to that realization, your homegirls are fucked up. Their energies are fucked up.
Indeed, I agree.
I'm sorry.
Messed up.
I'm sorry, people. It's the
Messed
first
up.
hour. But, but their energy is messed up. And 8.7-ish% of their men energy is messed up because that went home with them.
Indeed.
Because energy is transferring.
Indeed, and I agree. And that is one point, just to touch on that one point right there, how a woman's energy is transferent to a man, and how woman puts men in these positions. I do fully agree, because majority of women will disagree with the fact that women are the reason that men are the way they are today. Let me say that again.
Yeah,
Women are the reason that men are the way they are today.
Yes, in certain situations.
We
Let me
have
cut that off.
degraded ourselves.
Yes, but let me cut that off. Because it's both responsibility. I don't never let men off the hook neither with me. So
I'm not saying that it's 100% on the women.
No, because I call men out on my show and everything.
Okay.
No one is responsible for how you act.
I'm saying over generations of time. I'm speaking.
That's what we need to let go.
forward.
That's what actually understanding who you are comes into play.
Indeed.
Being accountable.
Exactly. And
Knowing who you are. Right now, there is nothing a woman can do to me to make me feel less than what I know I'm worth.
Indeed.
There is nothing. There's no excuse. There's no man that can make me feel less than. I'm the type of nigga, brother, that don't want to take an ass whooping, but I ain't scared to take an ass whooping.
Indeed.
I ain't scared to whoop ass.
Indeed.
I'm not afraid to protect mine. I'm not afraid to voice my opinion. I'm not afraid to hold the one that I am madly, madly, madly in love with accountable for her bullshit.
Agreed.
Because I know my value.
You must.
I know if I found one queen, I could find another. Now, there are some guys that don't really have that mentality. And it's not about disrespecting your queen. It's about showing your queen how to respect you while you respect her. That's what it's about. What you think?
Equal respect.
What you
Equal
think?
respect. Because as a queen, I feel that my king should know that he's a king by the way that I treat him, by the way that I show him that he's a king.
You said something key right there. That's why I say no one should define how you feel about yourself.
Agreed.
No one. So, how men act is no excuse for how women, because women act this way, that's why I meant no.
And it's vice versa.
You either teach her and show her how she's falling. And if she don't want to accept that, let her go.
Indeed.
And find you one that's already there or willing to
Get there.
get there. Because I'm going to tell you something. You can't teach your woman something and not learn something. So while you, I'm going to say think, but while you're doing this, but while you think that you're taking the lead and teaching your woman, you're actually teaching each other. That's being receptive to each other.
Indeed. Exchanging proper
Because you can't how can I say it? You can't teach. Well, no. Yeah, get that for me. You can't learn and not learn how to teach. You know why? Because if you're honestly learning, you're learning how to teach. You sitting there like, okay, well, because while learning, we always become comfortable with the teacher, right?
Right.
We always become comfortable with the teacher.
Indeed.
So when we become comfortable with the teacher, what we start doing?
Teaching. Asking more questions, learning more, so we can teach. Become the master.
So there's no excuse for how a man acts because of how a woman acted. So we can't give them that. Everybody has to eventually be accountable.
Indeed, I do agree on that level, but there's accountability on both sides. And when I say that, I don't say that women are completely accountable for the reason that men act that way, but they encourage it. They encourage it. So those who are weak-minded or not there yet are vulnerable and easy enough to fall into that trap. Yes, we say that they're supposed to have minds to think for themselves, but I mean, come on now. Let's be real.
That's what I'm being is real.
Listen, there are people out there who are silly enough to believe, and excuse me if I offend anybody, but they're silly enough to believe what the Gucci Mans are doing and the Drakes are doing, and so they're fashioning their life behind that. They gotta have 3 and 4 women at one time because they're fashioning their life behind this, because they're silly enough, if that's the proper word I can use, to do that. So yes, they should know better, and we say they should know better, but they're brainwashed. There's so much going on in the world today to keep a person distracted and mentally brainwashed. You can't just say that, oh, you should take accountability for everything. Yes, I agree that people need to wake up and take accountability for their own actions. However, they also need to wake up and pay attention to the things that are blindsiding them and causing them to believe the things that they believe is okay.
Okay. I honestly get what you're saying. But to me, it's excuses, because I'm gonna say this.
They're facts.
Because if someone wrong you, in your eyes, they're wrong, right?
Maybe.
You may be the first, because I haven't met anyone that has been wronged. And I say them people, that person is wrong for wronging me.
Let me tell you why the maybe is there. You
Okay.
care to listen?
Okay, yeah, I'm listening. I mean,
If you
that's why.
are-
Hold up, but that's why that's why you're here, to give the woman perspective. I want to know, because I may be too cutthroat on it, because you understand what I'm saying, though, right? You know, so I may be too cutthroat on it. So enlighten me, and please.
Most definitely. So it's like this. We're set up to be a certain type of way, so we think. Okay?
But you keep saying so we think.
So
But
hold on. Now,
Okay.
wait for the period. So you're set up to believe something because of what back in the day somebody made you believe, which started going a certain way.
I
Okay,
get all that.
okay,
I
so
get
you
all
got
that.
that. Okay,
I
cool.
got
so
all
we're here now today. Okay, so no. A woman like myself and some other women, far and few in between, we're not going to just say that somebody wronged us and they're wrong, because you're going to automatically think to yourself, well, damn, who fucked them over? Excuse me. Who messed them over in their life that would cause them to do something like that to me? When you learn to understand what other people go through, you don't just... The anger is something that you can control. It's not something that you have to have. It's not something that you have to put out there. You don't have to hold a grudge. You don't have to be mad at people. You can understand a person's situation, or try to. You can attempt to put yourself in their shoes and be a little overstanding, and that may be naive on some levels. However, you do learn from those situations, and you learn not to put yourself in those situations again. You just don't hold that bitter attitude and be like, oh, that person messed me over, I'm just bitter for life, I'm never gonna do nothing for nobody again. No, you learn from it, and you be like, well, maybe they were going through something. Next time I'm ask more questions, or the next time I'm gonna look deeper into it and see what's really going on with that person before I lend a helping hand, or before I let them get that close. It's a lesson. Everything should be a lesson.
okay,
So are you learning?
but I hear what you're saying, but to me, that's not being accountable for who you are.
That's being accountable for who you are.
Because
they have to take accountability for their own actions. You can't take accountability for somebody else. You're taking on unnecessary energy and stress.
I know, but to sit up and say a person can't be blamed for what they're influenced
I didn't say they
by,
couldn't be blamed.
That's basically what you were saying, though.
I said that you can be unangered, you can be unmad, you can be understanding, empathetic,
No,
sympathetic.
you said that
Trying
after.
to understand their situation. I said maybe was my word. I'm gonna take a sip on that, because I said maybe. Y'all, I know I said maybe.
You ended up in the maybe zone,
I
but
started
you know what I'm saying. But
maybe.
you started in that I might not be mad because my mind may be influenced by society. That's where you started from.
No, I may not be mad because my mind may be understanding to what's going on in the world. If that has to do with society, yes. In today's society, there's a lot going on. People are getting screwed over left and right.
Okay,
come on now.
But you only gonna be able to be screwed over by people you trust mainly.
Well,
right? Because those are the only ones you're really going to give a true advantage.
Indeed.
To take advantage of you.
So who do you trust?
So, no, who do you hold accountable?
Everybody.
Because you're talking about the world, but I know this person that just messed over me. Mm-hmm. I know you. Mm-hmm. That's why I trusted you to help you out.
Indeed.
When are we going to start holding our closest ones and ourselves accountable?
You should already be holding them accountable, but you don't have to hold them accountable angrily. Like is all I'm saying. You can come at somebody with common sense.
If you give somebody $5 and they tell you I'm gonna get it to you in 2 days, and you done done that 10 times,
that's your fault.
You don't have to. Because
after the first time, you should have learned.
Say no the 11th time.
No,
that's the only thing that I'm saying.
The first time you should have learned. That is the point of a lesson, is so that you learn the first time. See, if you're not paying attention or listening the first time, that's when you were ignorant. But the world is
full of excuses. Then now I'm confused because you say now I understand what that person or what the world may have driven them to.
Right. But I'm still going to hold them accountable. I'm just not going to come at them aggressively. You saying it like you got to be angry with these people.
I didn't say that.
That's how it came off.
No, it did not.
A little bit.
I just said be cutthroat. Ain't no explaining and let's go in the bouncy house.
Explain cutthroat.
Before I tell you what you did wrong.
Explain cutthroat on a more level that I can
mess
understand.
Me over. We ain't gonna do that no more.
Okay, because
now we can still chill, speak, but we ain't gonna do that no more.
So it's the same thing I just said. But see, cutthroat to some people is like, man, you done you know what I'm saying? Like you coming at somebody real raw without an understanding spirit. What I'm saying is you can still hold them accountable, but be a little more. How would you want somebody to come at you on anything?
Real? How they feeling? So I know.
So you want somebody really, in your face ready to fight you?
Because if I did something, if I mess with you, if I truly mess with you, and I did something that made you really, really want to fight me, I want to know that energy, so I know not to do it again.
But a person,
but if you come to me, I'm that type of person that holds stuff in and blow up. That's not healthy. And that's not being a true friend.
Indeed.
Because you're not letting your friends know what's really, really wrong and what they can really come to you and help with. Because a lot of people don't know that they can come to you for $5 and not have to give it to you back.
Right.
And y'all known each other all your life. They don't know that.
Indeed. Some people don't like the feeling
and you doing the $5 because I'm trying to tell you how a true friend is. Mm-hmm. The $5 they don't give it to you back. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You may skip one, give them the next $5. Skip one, give them the next $5. But then they ask you for $50. But they really need it because you care about their kids or something, like, you know, it may be about the kids or anything.
Right.
That 50 don't come back, but you needed that 50, man. I'm going into this to give you that 50. But you didn't, you know, on them 5s. Alright, but that 50, you need to let him know. Hey, we can't do that. Like right now, bro, I'm looking at you like somebody I don't know that just reached their hand in my pockets and took it. They need to know that. So they know, okay, well, let me just mess with my boy on the $5. Because I know he'll help me. I know I'm in a grind. Because the reason why your boy not tripping on the $5, because I know you need it.
Right.
And that's not hurting me to help you with that. But if I tell you, when I've been helping you and letting you slide with that $5, I cannot let you slide with being fake with me and not knowing that you wrong when
Indeed.
I told you that I really need that 50 back if you saying you can give it to me back on this day. I can't let that slide. Because that 50 gonna turn into 100. That 100 gonna turn into 2. That 2 into 4.
Indeed.
And I ain't talking about you getting it to them. That's when the stealing come in. That's when the scheming come in. They know where you stay. Now the robbing come in.
What
Now
kind of
you
people
got.
are you dealing
That's
with?
life. That's everybody. The same. The thugs that everybody think they. The same dude that's knocking on your door, selling your insurance in a suit, is chopping motherfuckers up in his basement.
Very true. I agree. Now that is some true stuff. Like, that's really happening right now, people. Like, you do have to be leery. Like, I would be lying if I said that I am just the most trusting person. I speak the way I speak because my energy is in tune with me. I'm in tune with self. I feel other people's energy and I choose not to take that on, you know, but people around you, he's right. Like, they are usually the ones to mess you over first, and they're going to mess you over the worst. Real talk. The ones that you calling friend, best friend, sister, cousin, they the ones trying to mess with your man because you done ran and told all your business, running your mouth.
Yep.
Talking about this, talking about that.
Posting
He
all
do
the
this,
gifts he got
do that. And then as soon as things get bad, guess what?
Hey,
Oop, she done
posting
ran
how
in and
he
got
just
your man.
flowered up the bed for
Come on
you.
now.
Posted up
Put
how
your
he
business
cooked
out
for
there.
you.
Everything. Don't be silly. You are a queen. What queen is out here talking to other women about their man, about their king, about what is theirs?
Well, your grandma, well, I know in
Not
my
shareable.
generation, but your grandmothers, great grandmothers told you never bring everybody into your home.
You don't bring everybody in your home. Where you lay your head with your man, there should be nobody up in there. Your room is your sacred place. People chilling in their rooms, smoking in their rooms.
Let me see how good your furniture is.
Drinking, and then politely guide them back out to the living room. Let them see this is nice. Okay, back out there.
Oh, girl, they on. What's the one that raise up and do the temperature and everything?
Oh my God, the sleep
is
number.
Is it Tempur-Pedic?
Is it the Tempur-Pedic or the sleep number?
Sleep number, is it?
Or the pediatric?
Sleep number is the one. Oh, they got
different
a
size,
special
right?
made
Yeah.
sleep number.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
So it's the pediatric,
They
the
get
one
the
that
small-
goes up.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can hit the little
okay.
thing and they
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The beds now.
Yes,
Yeah.
but see, I think they've combined them in
Separation.
one, maybe.
Yeah.
separation.
Pediatric, Tempur-Pedic.
Yes, you are so right. That is exactly
What
the
is
name.
it? Say it again, fam.
Pediatric Tempur-Pedic or Tempur-Pedic pediatric.
Something along those levels.
Temperac.
But it's all of them
that
together.
folds.
Yes, it folds. It bends with you.
That's all.
It's magical. I don't know.
It's crazy.
But now I wanted to go in on that match. You see
Back
how?
on the bus.
I mean, this is
Don't
the
go
first.
in on the match.
This is the first I ran. You know, hey,
This is expression.
yeah, this first I ran. I'm still the
This
first
is-
time.
This is the moment we can get distracted a little bit.
When I first seen that matches, you know, I thought separation. I thought gay agenda, separation, because your best bed is separate. I need to be able.
It's true though.
Space.
It is a space because it has to bend. It's
Ain't
not
no cousins
together.
going to sleep.
If
It's
it is,
not
you gotta-
together.
It's gonna be some cold air.
Yeah, it's gonna
in
be.
between that crack. Cause they twins.
Oh my
A lot
God!
of people that
No, I think they're full size because I think they have a king size,
they're
don't
pretty
they?
small.
No, I'm talking about
pediatric?
each side. I'm talking about each side is like a.
together.
Oh my gosh! So that's
It's
what
like
makes
twins,
it
so you that's what you're doing. You on the twin. They just push them two beds together
man.
and left that little
Love
space.
making is horrible on that. Oh my God! I can.
Yeah, you gotta pick
imagine.
a side. Somebody match your side gonna be messed up.
Somebody's always gonna be on top. Ain't no sideways.
So that's what I thought about that, man. Am I wrong?
No, I thought about that too.
Separation,
Separation.
like Ricky and Lucy,
Ricky and Lucy.
2 separate beds, y'all. Back in the day, they used to do that. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Did
my
Ricky
grandma and
and Lucy
grandpa slept
even
in
used to
separate
kiss?
rooms. Yes,
They used to kiss. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did that.
yes. And anniversary time, they got close.
Anniversary time.
I don't know about Fred and Ethel kissing.
I don't think I've ever seen them kiss.
I done seen Fred and Ethel was in bed together
A
though.
couple times.
Really?
They didn't kiss. They
Yeah, they shared beds. So
They
it
were
was
in bed
understood.
They
together.
didn't share a bed.
You said they
did
shared a
share
bed. It was
beds.
understood.
But I don't think I ever seen them kiss.
But check this out. Let me hit y'all on some more real deep stuff.
What's that?
Let's go deep with it. You women. Always judging. Thinking you the Ethel had her man in her bed. Lucy didn't have her man in her bed. Y'all always say today, yeah, they go with the pretty girl, but their baby mama, Ethel.
Oh my God.
Ethel.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Get your stuff together, ladies.
Get it together. Step your game up. I agree. Like, real talk.
They shared a bed together.
Like, real talk. Here's another
I'm gonna
crazy
look at that
phenomenon.
to make sure I'm not overstayed. I'm gonna look at it again. I'm gonna try to find.
They did. I
But
believe they did share a bed
shared a
together.
bed.
It was not a big bed, but they did cuddle.
They
all the
cuddled.
time.
They did cuddle. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So
Food for thought, people. Think about that.
Ethel.
I seen a meme on Facebook about why come pretty girls are always single. It's because you probably might need to get you an Ethel.
Get you a Ethel.
Don't get you an Ethel if the pretty girl is a good girl, though. She might be an Ethel at heart.
I ain't saying this can't throw away now.
She might be an Ethel at heart. She might just be good looking.
Exactly.
He done made a whole song.
Get you a Ethel.
Oh my God, where the beat at? Ad-lib coming in from a distance.
I got old Timberland beat. Old Timberland and Missy Elliott mixed together beat.
Start Bankhead
You know
bouncing.
that's fine. Get you a Ethel.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
man.
Get
Hey.
I mean, he got a point though. When you look back in history,
Ethel be winning.
Pretty Women was not winning. Pretty Women was not winning.
But once again, I'm flipping back to the first subject. That's what I'm trying to say about being accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And getting away from the societal excuses and I wanted to finish it, but I can honestly say that I know it's hard to get away from society's excuses because that keeps you in reign.
Indeed.
It's
so they think. And I keep saying that, but that's what it is, because there's a difference between knowing, thinking, and believing. No? Because to believe is to what? Not truly know. Right? But when you know, you know. And when you're thinking about it, you're trying to ponder if you can know.
And what I know, if you're not on that 8 to 10 figure level, who society favors does matter. Because you
Indeed.
can lose $1 million tomorrow.
Indeed.
And
but that's the other problem.
we just seen, and I'm going to throw something else, which the reason why I'm saying that is because, especially for a man, you are vulnerable in any situations. We just seen a man get convicted of rape from 30 years ago with no evidence.
None.
And everyone that looked at him, that looked like him, actually agreed with it. Didn't look at what was going on with that woman. Didn't look at the fact that she said, I took Quaalude. Everybody said he admitted to that he committed rape. He did not. He admitted to supplying what these motherfuckers wanted. No one wants to look and agree at what went on in that time of day. No one wants to look at and agree with what goes on in Hollywood parties. But everyone would praise and think that everyone is sober at a Playboy Mansion party.
Come on now.
When everybody's fucking.
Come on now.
So everybody's just free willy-nilly. So no one pays attention to how some of these artists got in the deals going to a mansion party. Some slipped and they drank. You know what I'm saying? Or they drank and taking stuff. You know what I'm saying? By their own men.
They're asking.
There were never no women on. Only thing I heard of men on men. I need something that's going to embarrass you.
Man.
So no one wants to admit what everybody knows what those parties is going to.
And I'm honestly kind of glad that you brought Bill Cosby up because I really wanted to touch on that. Like from a woman's standpoint, a real woman who has lived some life and seen some things and experienced some things. But you have to understand that if you are truly paying attention and listening to what these women are saying, I'm not saying that all of them are lying, but let's just specifically be about the one that he got convicted for. Okay? Did anybody actually listen to what she said?
No.
Did anybody actually listen to what she confessed to doing?
No.
Like, she basically said that she lied. The man did not rape her, but yet he still got 30 years. But does anybody think why? Why do they want Bill Cosby off the map?
Because, for one,
come on now,
which he went about it the right way, but for one, he was trying to enlighten black folks, and then he tried to buy NBC,
and that's what happened,
and bring those black television. But a lot of people don't know that Bill Cosby actually owns land with a lot of oil and natural gas that's worth billions. And he turned down a deal to actually let them run a stem into his into his land to kind of pump. You know what I'm saying? That he turned down that deal, knowing what it was worth. So a lot of people don't understand what was actually orchestrated against him.
Political people. This is political. You know, This is not just some coinky-dink.
And this hurts the true victims.
Yeah, exactly. This is not some Me Too type. This is some straight political stuff. Like when one of our own tries to enlighten our people,
not only that,
they fall off.
Not only that, hold on. I'm going to go deep. This is my conspiracy.
Let me hear.
I also think this is the gay agenda being pushed.
Oh, yes.
Because they're making they're making men fearful to mate.
Indeed. Ridiculous.
They're trying to put a pistol to your head in order to mate. They couldn't really stop you from doing it. And I think it's really to emasculate black men, but they really couldn't stop you from doing it with the way the court system is set up with child support and divorce, with alimony and all of that, you know. So since they couldn't sway you from that, now it's anybody and that's why I say everybody that agree with it. If you agree with Bill Cosby being convicted, anyone that has went to the club and bought a chick a drink and had sex with them, you're a rapist.
Exactly.
Any chick that has supplied a man, if you called a dude to come over and you cooked and went and bought him some beer or something, or had him some smokes or something now, and y'all had sex, you're a rapist.
You're raping him. Come on now. Come on now.
You drugged him and raped him.
If you're going to agree with the conviction that happened, agree with your own thing. This is where people need to take accountability. Take accountability. Come on now. Like, real talk. He's spitting. That is real. I have no disagreements.
But a lot of you do disagree.
Because you fear.
And you can't be mad. Let me hit you with some real stuff. You can't be mad if your son, father, uncle, grandfather is convicted because some woman said he did something to him, and he knows, and they know he didn't.
Indeed.
So you cannot go against what it said because you agree with it. You said Bill Cosby was what? Guilty.
30 years worth of guilty.
30 years worth.
Golly. Like, the man is already up there in age. He's elderly. Y'all supposed to be Christians out there? What about the Christians out there that's supposed to be preaching respect your elderly? The young and the elderly. He old. Y'all gonna put him in jail? How do you think that God will repay you for that? Put that on your conscience. Put that on your brain. Marinate.
You heard it there. But hey, we're going to get ready to take a quick break. I want to say thank you, Exclusively Pure Hair, for sponsoring this show, man. The studio. Hey, it's hot. It's about to get even hotter, bro, with the topic, man. Like I say, on doing the break, understanding your own mental, man. I got some stuff to bring to you, man. Once again, before I get started on that, before I even come back, before I even leave, I'm going to let you know, I ain't trying to say I know everything. This is just what I've noticed, learned.
Agreed.
And studied myself, you know. So, but we're going to take a quick break. Hey, don't go nowhere. You know how I say, if you go somewhere, I know where to find you at. And I will come find you. That's what I do. See ya in a minute. Why are you looking like that? Dog, I gotta buy her hair every other month. I'm getting tired of that, man. Man, I told you to call Exclusively Pure Hair. I don't know why you tripping. Exclusively Pure Hair. Dog, I gotta buy hair once a year. It's a little expensive, but I still save a bunch of money because I'm only buying it once a year. You better get with the program. Come on, man. Get you. Do something about your head. I'm gonna go call them now.
972-510-4403 or check out the website at www.exclusivelypurehair.com for the exclusive woman. The opportunity and wonder if I ever had a chance with you. Romance and dance with you. Posing a professional picture, take a stand with you. Activate your lady glance, be the kind of man that... You, cause you know that you gon' be my girl. Spoiled rotten, cause you know that you're the centerpiece of my world. Hey ma, you know what it is, you know what to do. You know you love the way I do what it is that I do when I'm doing that to you. Now my every touch is giving you goosebumps and your legs won't stop shaking. The room so hot, it's like an oven, doors open while we baking. Your heart I'm taking, true ladies man right here. Caution girl, you know I ain't faking. Your most memorable memories I'll be making. Every inch of took the ladies man you be taking, creating. Lustful temptations, your body's folding with no hesitation. Now we on a pet name basis. Our love sees no one else, I call her love racist. Always hating on plots of infiltration of our kingdom we creating. You know what I'm saying, cause we ain't worried about no hate. Tunnel vision while we laying. Best believe that I'm the best So girl, stop the forsaken. Look at you, you know you ain't never felt this type of sensation.
You gon' be my baby, my baby. You know I'm feeling you, girl. Wanna make you mine. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You know I treat you right. I'll even let you. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You're the only girl that's rocking my house. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You're my baby, yeah, yeah.
Come on, girl, let go. I think we could create something real major. I know, just check out the way you keep me rising like an elevator. You know I'm crazy about the way you keep me in your everyday thought. Classy but sassy and really know how ladies supposed to treat a boss. And the best, I guarantee your flaws. As long as you don't give up on me, I'll call that Randy Moss. Passionately, we'll be exploring each other every day. Crazy about the way each other tastes. Freaky is the only way. Now you groaning and moaning from the way I'm licking all over your body, gagging and choking all over my whoa, Kimosabe. Tat it up and talk real slick. Confidence is off the chain. Always asking me to come home real quick just so you can scream my name. You gon' be my baby. I gotta admit I've been thinking about you real tough lately. Be my girl, be that gem in my world. You know I treat you right. Come on, baby, just rock my world.
Be my baby, my baby. You know I'm feeling you, girl. Wanna make you mine. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You know I treat you right. I'll even let you. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You're the only girl that's rocking my house. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You're my baby, yeah. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You know I'm feeling you, girl. Wanna make you mine. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You know I treat you right. I'll even let you. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You're the only girl that's rocking my house. You gon' be my baby, my baby. You're my baby, yeah, yeah.
Pockets fat cause I do that 24 spinning cause I do that Man, yeah, I do that On that good when I do that Your girl sprung cause I do that Pockets fat cause I do that I do that, I do that Man, yeah, I do that Pockets fat cause I do that 24 spinning cause I do that Man, yeah, I do that On that good when I do that Your girl sprung cause I do that Pockets fat cause I do that I do that, I do that Yeah, man, I do that Stack that bread cause I do that Grind hard, do that Head to the top cause I do that Hot like fire, cold like ice Got a girl who ass real nice Gucci sheets while I beat it all night Dick go hard, you damn right Hustle, I do that Get it, I do that Your girl with it cause I do that I do that, I do that I'm getting it, man Stay with it, man Put them 24s on that candy cause I'm whipping, man Boss ain't dipping, man Nigga straight wishing, man A nigga get caught slipping, but I'm straight thugging, man I'm thugging, man I do that Pockets fat cause I do that 24 spinning cause I do that Man, yeah, I do that On that good when I do that Your girl sprung cause I do that Pockets fat cause I do that I do that, I do that Man, yeah, I do that Pockets fat cause I do that 24 spinning cause I do that Man, yeah, I do that On that good when I do that Your girl sprung cause I do that Pockets fat cause I do that I do that, I do that Man, I do that Pockets fat cause I do that Hey, I do that, I do that From Lafayette to Baton Rouge Smoking all the way Cause we smoke good, smoke wood In the fucking backwoods Jeff liar, no liar Getting higher, multiplier Nigga, I'm your safe bitch They mad cause I do that, I don't care Anywhere
You bring that bullshit, I almost spray that shit just like your fucking strap gag, pockets fat. Hell yeah, I do that there. Hell yeah, I do that there. Come on, nigga, bring it back. Man, I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. 24 spinning cause I do that there. Man, yeah, I do that there. On that good when I do that there. Your girl sprung cause I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. I do that there. I do that there. Man, yeah, I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. 24 spinning cause I do that there. Man, yeah, I do that there. On that good when I do that there. Your girl sprung cause I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. I do that there. I do that there. Hell yeah, I do that there. Mess up on motherfucking hair. About to beat it up, now she act like she don't know. I'm about to dive in that pussy. Geronimo. Hustle like Nino. New Jack City for you bitches that didn't know. Going off the rock in the motherfucking XO. Kush going hard, I just blaze 4. 24 spinning, man. Yeah, I'm getting it, man. Hey, pocket so motherfucking fat cause a nigga like me straight doing it, man. Hey, 24 spinning, man. Yeah, I'm getting it, man. Hey, pocket so motherfucking fat cause a nigga like me straight doing it, man. I'm doing it, man. Hey, man, I do that there. Hustle of the year cause I do that there. Dime piece payment cause I do that there. You niggas can't fuck with me, I do that there. Niggas straight hustle, flex my muscle. Niggas just mad cause I hustle like muscle. Motherfuckers better back for we tussle. 1, 2, 3, then I fucked on my knuckles. On this buster. A nigga like me stay strapped cause I don't trust her. Fake nigga or a fake bitch. You motherfuckers better back cause I don't fuck with no trick snitch. I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. 24 spinning cause I do that there. Yeah, I do that there. On that good when I do that there. Your girl sprung cause I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. I do that there. I do that there. Man, yeah, I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. 24 spinning cause I do that there. Man, yeah, I do that there. On that good when I do that there. Your girl sprung cause I do that there. Pockets fat cause I do that there. I do that there. I do that there.
Are you exclusive? Got a big event? Need hair? Well, contact Exclusively Pure Hair for 100% authentic, unprocessed virgin hair for the exclusive lady. 972-510-4403 or check out the website at www.exclusivelypurehair.com for the exclusive woman.
The opportunity and wonder if I ever had a chance with you. Romance and dance with you. Posing a professional picture, take a stand with you. Activate your lady glance, be the kind of man that...
Yeah, we back, people. What it do? Hey, appreciate you tuning back in to the second hour of your boy. You know how I do, man. Hey, but gonna get this topic started, man. But before we do, I just seen it pop up because, you know, kicking in a little bit. I just seen it pop in. You know how I do. I gotta do it for the second half too, man. I want to say shouts out to Exclusively Pure Hair for sponsoring the show, the studio. Right. For all you exclusive ladies, I'm trying to tell y'all, if you want great, not good, if you want great hair, great products, vitamin E oil, bump control. We even got the hair growth to help some of you ladies with your edges and things like that. You know what I'm saying? If you really want that, go check us out on www.exclusivelypurehair.com, or you can reach me at 972-510-4403. Once again, that's www.exclusivelypurehair.com or 972-510-4403. Get at me. Just go online, look at the products. We got the breakdown on the products. You can even see some reviews on there. Satisfied customers. And we've posted every review we've had. Even though all of them is good, those are all the reviews we have. So, I can only speak on reality. Is that a good one? I can only speak on reality. I'm bringing you the flat irons, combs, blow dryers, whatever you need, man. So just go check them out, and also check out your boy Tia More Designs. I got the shirts coming for you. I got the mugs, customized mugs. You guys see that? That's my face on there for you ones that can't see it right there. But you know, I do the etched out mugs, everything for you. I got the sports mugs coming, fraternity, whatever you want. Wedding occasions,
Indeed. Hit 'em up,
anniversaries, birthdays. I got you. So just make sure you holler at your boy. Enough of this self plugging. I know you're tired of. We're gonna go ahead and get into this second topic. Wow. Understanding your own mental. I'm gonna say that topic one more time.
It's deep.
Understanding your own
Self.
mental. A lot of you might not understand the reason for the wording of this topic. Understanding my mental. I understand my mental.
Excuse me.
If you honestly take time out of one day to calculate how much time you spend thinking of other people's shit than yours. And tell me if you really understand your own mental. Because if you really understood your own mental, you would be in your own mind zone more than any other.
Slow down for them real quick. They not ready.
Oh, I went too fast
You
for
went
him?
too fast. Rewind.
Okay, rewind it for him. Give him a little bit. But you feel that topic? Give me your perspective on it. Slow me down a little bit. Give me your perspective on it a little bit while I take a couple sips of my drink.
So what he's saying is, you have to
Speak up a little bit more for me, because I know that you know what I'm saying, because it's mic. You don't
apologize.
Have to, no, but you don't really have to lean down. Just forgive me, people. The only reason why I asked her to speak up was because you used to see the mic up, but now that I have a guest, until I get my boom sling and until I get the other setups, I got the mic set up to where we can share this. So that's the only reason why I asked her to, speak up. Not like she was being shy or anything. So I don't want nobody to be like, oh, he checking her. Don't you even come at me like that. Because if you come at me like that, I'm going to get gangsta. But go on, before you forget what you was going to say, go on and give them that mental though.
So to understand your mental, you definitely have to understand self. Let's just baby step into it. Do you know who you are?
But to understand who you are is to think of
Who you could possibly be.
Well, hold on. I'm going to go deeper than that. To understand, in order to understand self,
Yes.
you have to regurgitate your image, your movement, your thoughts
Indeed.
more than you do anyone else's. So if you're one that's always talking about what this person doing, what that person doing,
What about yourself? What are you doing?
you don't know yourself, because a
can't.
person that knows their self knows that in order to keep their energy positive, they have to stay in a positive state, which is their own state that they create for their self.
Indeed.
And to actually understand yourself is to feel yourself, and you can't
Indeed.
feel yourself
Yes.
without being in your own zone.
At some point, indeed. Agreed. On every level.
But at the majority of the time, because if you take time to be in other people's zones more than your own, you're never yourself.
You can't be.
You're never giving anyone yourself.
No.
You're never being true to yourself.
A lot of times you don't know who self is.
So how do you even understand
Your mental.
your mental?
You can't. And that is what I'm saying. You went a little too fast for him the first time.
Okay.
But see, you broke it down. I hope that some of y'all got that. Because he's right. Like, you have to know self. You cannot be so concerned and so consumed with somebody else's energy. When you are that way, you don't know yourself. Because when you know yourself is to know how to be like, nah, I'm good. That's not for me. You don't need to gossip about this person or talk about that person because you in tune with you. You so focused on who you are and who you are becoming, because one who knows themselves knows that they're growing daily. This is a daily growth. It's nonstop. So when you're growing daily and knowing yourself, you don't have time to allow your energy to be consumed with other people and their silliness or their dramas or their dramatic ways of thinking in life, because you're enlightening yourself. Okay? So when you get there, then and only then you can understand your mental, and you're learning your mental along the way if you're paying attention. It's all laid out before you.
And I'm glad you stated that like that, because understanding yourself, another part of it, another fraction of it, what we spoke on earlier, which was kind of a setup for me, holding people accountable.
Indeed. It definitely does go back around.
You have to make known what works for you, what's acceptable to you, and what's not acceptable to you. Because
Goodness, talk to him.
once you understand self, you're going to understand that your energy. And I know I keep saying that, and I hate having to keep come back to that, because I know it's going to sound repetitive and it's going to start going into one ear and out of the other.
The first time.
I may catch them, but the ones that's there, I may lose them in where I'm going. But so I hope I don't. But to understand that is to understand that your energy, and that energy is everywhere, is everything.
Yes.
So to consume yourself with someone else's energy, even in thought, because the brain has electrodes too.
Yes.
Right? Am I wrong in
No.
anything that I said so far? Please,
No.
because I once again I said I don't know everything.
Please,
So
come on, give it to them.
If your energy, your thought process is consumed with others, how do you really understand who you are? Because you're never tapped into who you are.
Indeed.
You don't understand your energy. You don't know your energy. You really don't even respect your energy.
Indeed.
Because if you respected and loved your energy, that's the only energy you would want to really feel.
Come on
Besides
now.
your true loved one.
Hold on. You laid it on him a little tough right there.
That was too tough.
A little tough right
I tried to be, I didn't try to be Mike Tyson. I tried to be Tommy Morrison.
But some of them are still weak. You have to understand that.
But that's what accountability. They have to understand. They have to be accountable to how weak they are.
Okay.
See, once again, that's where I was coming from. We can't shelter and make excuses
Indeed.
for people, because one of our worst things is the notion of unity. Unity is accepting flaws and waiting on the other to step up. When unity should be everybody just doing what they're supposed to do, and we're united. If everyone does what they're supposed to do, we're united. So we can't give them a vehicle to ride down the same street.
Right.
At some point, they're going to have to stop for gas or maintenance.
Correct.
And that clerk or mechanic has to get on the rear.
Mm-hmm.
And let them know that they're traveling down the wrong road. Now, it's up to them to accept it. We can't force acceptance on anyone.
No.
I'm definitely not trying to force acceptance on anyone.
Takes too much energy.
But I say this, and I'm quick to say this. To understand your own mental is to want to put somebody in your own mental. Not forcefully, but to share
Indeed.
the, how can I say it, the sunshine that your mental is
I like that. The
actually
sunshine.
enduring at that time.
Like-
So
Yeah.
if you can embrace someone on those rays from the sunshine that your mental is enduring at that time, how can you say your life was a waste? You gave sunshine to one person. So if one person can give that light
Right.
to one person, imagine if everybody can do that. That means what? We've given the light to more people than that exists, because everyone has touched someone. That's everyone times 2, if my calculation is right.
So let me break it down in layman terms.
There you go. So I can take a drink.
In business terms, it's just like sales. Okay? If you have a good experience with something, what are you going to do? You're going to go tell somebody. And you're gonna be like, hey, girl, I just linked up with this, and this. And you ain't going to believe the deal I got, right? And so while you breaking all that down, right? Homegirl taking that in like, oh, snap, homegirl just got a good deal. I think I'm going to get in on that. Well, homegirl just got in on that deal. Guess what she finna do? She finna go tell somebody. So if you touch somebody mentally, bringing it back, then they will touch somebody mentally. And they will touch somebody mentally. But the problem is we too scared to touch each other. Like, what are you scared of? Why is it that only the elderly feel like they need to reach out and touch somebody?
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because man, that was kind of nice, because you actually set up the next part that I wanted to bring up about understanding your mental,
Right.
your own mental. How can you actually understand your own mental if you're not willing to be accountable for your own bullshit?
It hurts sometimes,
And
but hold it.
this specifically for me is to black women. I'm gonna tell you the damage that has been done to your mental. Hold on.
I apologize. For the sake of my purposes, can we call them African American instead of black?
No, because black is the origination of everything. Even your vanilla ice cream starts off as black.
Black is a crayon color.
You are black and brown.
Well, I know my nationality. However, some people don't.
I don't have, but it is what it is with Took. Doesn't slow down for them.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something what we have to do.
Indeed.
And this is the responsibility of waking up, understanding who you are. True warriors, true African warriors, what you want me to call them, and true African queens and true African kings, they wait on no one.
No.
I cannot slow down my verbiage for the sleep. You know why? Because 99.7% of the ones that are asleep want to be asleep.
I agree.
I cannot waste that energy on them.
Okay.
I have to make sure that my brothers and sisters, and when I say, and I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna tell you how deep I am, and a lot of people, even you, may not even understand this where I'm coming from, because I always say this. When I talk about racism and everything, I'm not talking about white people in a whole. I'm talking about the masses. Massa. You know what I'm talking about. Because if you're truly woke, and I see a lot of popular woke brothers, which give great information. Hold on, though. That really are, that I respect. But to me, don't go as deep as they should.
Okay.
Because if you really go deep into the creation of mankind, you would understand there were imperfect. Is that right? Did I say that right? Okay. There were imperfect black men. All types. Some say morphodikes and all of that. And then God or the universe or the combinations of energy created the first man of cognitive thinking.
Indeed.
That man was a black man.
Indeed he was.
Now let me get, this is what a lot of people don't want to accept. A lot of the racism that's embodied in all races, even us, is totally misguided. You know why? Because yes, black man, you are the original man, but all man is from you. They evolved from you.
You are the mothers and fathers. Hello.
So when you speak of, that's why some, and that's why you guys don't understand why some people say there is no race, because you are the race, black man. You can there is a white scientist that traced a single T cell that every human, notice I said human, every human has to you, black man. The first one that understood that I'm hungry, I need to eat. The first one that understood I ate this, it made me sick, leave that alone.
Don't do it.
Understood that she has and my role, so we created another one. Oh, let me create more.
Indeed.
That's where your that's where your multiply and be plentiful come from.
And educate them.
But a lot of people say, oh, this race was created, that race was created. No, you have to understand how powerful you are as a human. You can evolve to adapt to your environment.
Yes.
Come on. How to Be a Player. The movie. Just look at this one scene. Because Hollywood is great, excellent. Because the notion is, if you want a black man to know nothing, put it in a book. He tells you on the screen, if a giraffe at one time had short necks, and their major food source was, I don't want to overstate it and I don't want to lie because I am, but their food source was in a tree. Do you know what their food source was? That was in a tree. I don't want to lie. But if their major food source was in a tree, why do you think they grew long necks? Because with that being their major food source, they adapted.
Indeed. Just like our people.
And just like our people are continuously disregarding information that's put in your face, you steady calling white folks Caucasian, which they are you. We are all the same. We are all from one. And that scientist also said, because you know that he is the one that was teaching everybody. Of course, he was popular with all the women because he's not the first one. He's just a true Adam. He's just the one that everyone survived from.
Right.
Because he was the first one that had the mental.
Cognate, yes.
Mental to understand common sense things.
I should build a house. I
I'm
should feed my
cold. I
family.
should
Yes.
cover up.
Come on now.
It wasn't biting an
I
apple
itch. I should scrap.
I mean,
I should
because let me give you something. Because if that was true, even us as melanated people, when it is hot as, oh yeah, the buzz got me. We're in the second hour. When it is hot as shit, the best thing is to cover up.
Indeed. Hello.
So to tell me clothing came from Eve biting an apple? No, you're in Africa. Africa is the true Garden of Eden. It gets hot as shit. You need to cover up.
It's hot. Hello.
Black people, you can get sunburn.
After a while though, but we can last longer.
No, you can last. That's why
melanin feeds off of it.
No, but that's why you see. Let me go deep, sister. That's why covering up is not putting on a sweater.
No.
It's not even putting on a light sleeve. You can put on a light net. That is the same equivalence to that. What you call that thing you laying with your tie on the trees? That that hammock.
Yes, a hammock
or a screen.
Right.
You just need to reflect. You don't have to cover up. Totally.
No.
But you need to shade.
Because the melanin in your skin is built for it.
Thank you. But it's not built for you to go totally bare.
No, because over time you've
excruciating.
Yes.
Temperatures.
Heat. Yes, because we've adapted to some crazy things.
That's where us using. Let me hit you with some. Let me hit you with something else deep. A lot of people don't understand. That's where us coming using dirt.
Yes.
Mud.
Yes.
Comes into play.
Not only is it good for your skin, but it protects you from the sun. Hello.
That's what they used it for.
That's why they had awesome
That's
skin.
why they are the ones that discovered That's where your coloring came from, people. That's where your tattooing came from. Your tattooing wasn't always permanent. It was inked every day. That's what we did.
What do they call it now? The hentai, or
Yeah.
is that what it's called?
Henna.
Henna.
That's where that comes from. But everyone wants to disregard the actual proof of who you are. Like, I can't do it. I don't care if I ever become a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. I know who I am. I know where I'm from. It's not white and black.
It's not. Those are social statuses, people. Wake up. Come on now.
It's
a social
one.
status.
You can disagree all you want to.
Look it up.
You are from a melanated person. You went, when the continent split, you had already migrated to a part that split and transferred
Give it to them to
to a place to where your melanin can survive.
indeed. You have evolved.
You are not created.
Hello.
You are not different.
You are.
To my black people, they are not different. They are you.
You are the mothers and fathers. Come on now. It's just, it is what it is. And you can choose to accept it or not. But let me tell you what I encourage you to do. For those who are silly enough to not, Google it. Bet you didn't know that they really hiding it right in front of your face, and it's really not in hiding. You just lazy. Look it up.
But this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. And I know this is going to touch you a little bit because of where you're headed right now. This is why you have two sets of Moors.
That is very true.
Because us, black people, being the creators, no, I don't even want to say the creators. I want to say, I'm going to put it in. No, we are the.
Are you going to dumb it down for them? Don't dumb it
We
down.
are the discoverers.
The creators.
We created. But
We're the creators.
But the only reason why I say it is because I believe the earth gave you everything.
It's because you're connected.
Hold on.
It's all within you. So you are
I'm not going to dumb
creator.
anything down for them. So I'm not going to say create.
That's not dumbing it down. That's
hold
real.
on.
You are creating.
No, you're not. When you're actually understanding, when you're finally understanding and realizing what is going on,
The
you're
woman
not
is a
actually
creator.
creating. You're discovering.
The woman is a creator.
You're discovering time. You're discovering the time system, the clock system. You're discovering science. When the white man discovered the T cell that's in every human that traces black to one man. He didn't create that information.
No.
He discovered it.
Because it's real.
We are the true what they call Indiana Jones. What is he? Not an adventurer.
Explorer.
We are the true explorers.
We are explorers.
What do explorers do?
Discover things.
But hold on.
We explore and
because
discover.
to be honest, because this is why we have to understand, and this is why I say a lot of people that's woke, they're scared to tap into our naiveness. Mm-hmm. Our naiveness stretches out beyond the creation of language.
Okay, indeed.
Hold on.
We created language.
Exactly. But you did not create time.
No.
You did not create biology.
We did
You
create
did not.
biology.
No, you did not.
We did. We are a part of the
You
universe.
are biology.
Indeed.
You were created by some source.
Through the universe.
Okay, so you cannot claim creation.
You can, because a woman
No,
creates a seed.
No,
a
you do not do
child.
that without the sperm of a man. So
Come
neither
on,
one
so
of
that's
you-
creation.
No,
Come on now.
you only expand on the creation of
Be
you.
back.
Come on now. If once again you have to accept the information that is plainly there for you. We cannot claim to be woke and think we're entwined in all the information that we created when we created language. We have to understand those people that are living without our hospitals, our food source, our thinking, our education. So you're going to tell me, just like I tell church people, you're going to tell me they're going to hell because they don't go to your church and tithe?
No. Where is hell?
So how can you tell
Please
me?
tell me where hell is.
So how can you tell me? Exactly.
Is that a real place?
So how can you tell me you are the creator of life when you were created? You only expanded on the creation of you. Let me tell you something. Look at a movie. What is a series? An expansion of that first one that hit.
Indeed.
So if I tell you that every human has the T cell of the first man created with cognitive thinking, you're only an extension of him. You're only an expansion of him.
Okay.
We cannot claim creation. We can claim expand. I can help you expand the race. You don't create nothing. You're already created. Your sperm and everything is being created. Why you think you can take an impotent man and make him able to create again? Well, expand again.
No, you said it right the first
No, it
time.
wasn't it wasn't.
Create.
It wasn't really expand.
Because we are creating.
We're not creating. We're
When man
expanding.
and woman get together, you create.
What are you creating?
Procreate, right? You
So-
reprocreate,
So,
or however
let me
you
give,
say
let me
the
give you
word.
creation.
But you're
Creation
really
is something
creating.
new, right?
It
Is
is
creation
new.
something new?
That is new. Each child is different. No one human being
How?
holds the same identity, fingerprint, personality.
They don't. But
That
let me
is a
hit you
new
with something else. Let me hit
creation
you with something
each
else.
time
Just
a
like you
woman
said.
bears a child.
Okay,
You cannot dishonor that.
I'm not dishonoring that.
As a woman,
I'm trying
like,
to
you
get
have
you
to
to
understand that
you're
is
not creating
a
anything
creation.
that doesn't have the same T cell from that one man.
However,
So no, there is no
it
to
varies in
create
differences,
something
however.
different is to be different all around.
It is different all around. It's
How
not
when you
identical.
share the same
In order
T-cell.
for it to be a multiplication of something, or as we
So
say,
that means you're
clone,
not the creator
you're
of
basically
life
saying
then.
you're cloning things.
Then you're not the creator of life.
Man and woman do create.
Black man is not the original then. Because
Who else could be the original?
if you're
What has
creating,
your
hold
studies
on,
taught
what is
you?
creation? You just told me.
Creation
What is creating?
to create something from a form, from a seed, from nothing. When
Okay,
man and
which
woman
means
come
you-
together,
can I ask you a
they
question?
create
Hold on.
something from
Hold on.
nothing.
Let's give and take. Let's give and take for a second, so I can give on your information.
Okay.
So you're saying that creation is creating something new.
Correct.
How can you be new if you share the same T cell in your biology of every man?
First of all, if you are levels, if you are a African American in today or yesterday, or 20 years from now or 400 years from now. Okay? You are the original. That is why everybody else shares your biology. You don't share everybody else's biology. Hold on, no. Hold up. You don't share everybody else's biology. They share your biology as a black man, Negro, colored, African American.
Can I hit you with something?
Human being or every species.
Okay, you just said that. We
being.
understand that because we got like 14 minutes. Let me hit you with something because I really want people to understand this. And I really want you to understand where I'm going with this. Just like you said.
Please help me understand.
No one has the same DNA.
Indeed. My point. It is a new creation.
So DNA is the marker for every human, which separates you from everybody.
Indeed. Come on now. It's a creation.
Hold on. Stop let me say this. Why do everybody share one single T cell from one single man? That means you're not creating anything new. You're expanding on what God finally realized that he got perfect.
Is that what you think?
That's what I know. God, universe, or the energy. Because once again, that man, that first man born of common thinking, did not walk this earth alone.
No.
He was not the first man created.
No.
So once the perfect man was created, he what? Expanded his seed. And every seed shares what?
A T cell. But that T cell does
That proves that they're from where?
The Aboriginal
Hold on.
land that they are born into.
Let's be real.
It does not say that they're exactly like their father or their mother. They're still
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
They're new creation because they're different.
I know you're wanting to get the creation thing out, but please let me make these people understand what I said, because that's not what I said. What I said was I included what you said and what I said. I said if the perfect man was created, and everyone in the world that's ever been created after, how can you say they are created and not expanded from him when they share a single T cell, which is part of your biology?
Indeed.
Which is really part of your DNA.
Indeed.
The only parts that separate you from every other man, you have markers. But every man and woman shares a single T cell. The creation of your biology, which was expanded from when it was created. So how can you actually take the credit of creation when you're not creating no new T cell that doesn't expand outside of that one man? I'm just speaking logic.
Where do you think the European came from?
You.
And
they expanded from you. We just stated that.
It's a whole nother
It's from their environment, which they evolved from for expanding out of the true Garden of Eden. And when those continents broke off, why you think Asians are so small when they not Asians that wants to win in the igloos because they built those. You have to understand your DNA is so special.
Indeed.
That you can turn it into anything.
Indeed.
Over time.
Indeed. You adapt.
If you understand that, why wouldn't you say Caucasians evolved from you and their climate? When it's proven that
were made from more than me and my climate, though. They were made from monkeys and the black woman.
No, they was not.
Who taught you that?
Me.
Oh.
My understanding of where I'm from. Okay. Once again, let me hit you with something again. Mm-hmm. You do know that we migrated out into the ocean.
Indeed.
You do know the mermaid is real. You do know they evolved from you. Once again, how can you have a single T cell that links you back to one man? I don't care who he fucked, and you say you're not from him.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying
you're from that one black man, so you cannot see. That's how we need to understand our mental. That's where a lot of women, to me, and this is my opinion, that's why a lot of them aren't as woke as they can be, because they're trying to take credit for simple evolution, for simple biology. You don't create shit. You can't create shit without the sperm of a man. Even if he don't fuck you, you got to go get a donor to pump that in you. So once again, you don't create shit. Once again, that statement is wrong, even with it being wrong for not saying y'all create. But hold on. No, you said you. Not man. A man doesn't and a woman doesn't. They don't
together to create. I did say that.
Your universe.
Later on, rewind that.
Your God.
I did say that.
But I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Your universe, your God, your energy, that's the true creator. You cannot create. You can expand. He gave you the ability to expand on his creation.
Okay.
That's all you can do. Once we really tap into our mental and understand our capabilities, we can get those chips off our shoulder.
Indeed, I agree about the chips.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us think that we're more than what we really are.
A lot of us think that we're less than what we really are.
True. Because they don't understand what they truly are.
Indeed.
And a lot of them, and the reason why they think,
not really awake.
The reason why a lot of them fall less than understanding what they really are is because of the expectations of the information of people that think they know who they are.
Agreed. Drop the expectations.
Because when you put yourself on the level now, you are made, even if I go by your book, you're made in his image. You are made. And you can expand on that. You're not making nothing. It's already been made. If I create a shirt with a certain symbol, no matter how many people I give the permission, or if they create it or expand on it, they didn't make it. I made it. They got that from me. They got that from me. A lot of people don't understand your language really guides you in who you are. You speak on how you act.
Indeed.
You speak on what you accept.
Indeed.
If you're not willing to accept that I am an expansion of something great, then you're going to think you're the first of this and that. And you're not. And that makes you feel like I'm better than this. I can do this. I don't have to consider this. I don't have to. No, you do. Because you're no better than me. You can get that same bullet or knife in your head and die like me. You're not special.
Indeed.
That's what I mean by understanding your mental. A lot of people that feed our people information do not take the time out to understand what they're saying. And I will argue this to my deathbed. You cannot create shit as far as life. You expand on life. Life is in you. If life is already in you, how can you create it? You're letting it out. That's already life that you're shooting out. You just have to connect it to what it has to connect to. So you're expanding your seed.